Hello everybody and welcome to this Scouting Report. I'm Dan Haiek here with Matt Doyle, and today we're previewing the season opener for the LA Galaxy and Real Salt Lake. Matt, what's your hook for this one? Why should everyone watch this game?
I think because this might be a Western Conference final preview in week one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason to watch the season opener for sure. Now let's focus on Salt Lake for our nuts and bolts. It comes down to consistency with this group. Of the guys expected to start on Saturday, all of them were with Salt Lake last year. Is consistency enough to push them past LA on the road?
It's not just 1 through 11 with them. It's 1 through like 16 or 17. They year after year after year, they keep the roster together, and that's why they're in the hunt year after year after year. And I do think that will be a big advantage for them, especially early in the season. There's a learning curve with most teams just trying to reintegrate, or rather integrate, their new guys. RSL doesn't have that learning curve. These guys have been playing together for 100 years, so they come out of the gate strong. I think they'll come out of the gate strong against LA, but it's always tough to pick a team on the road against a good team, which LA is.
Now the biggest change for LA in the offseason was adding a couple target forwards, Samuel, the Brazilian, Rob Friend, of course, the Canadian. That brings us to the WTF stat. The number is 19. Of the last 22 goals the Galaxy scored in 2013, Robbie, Keane, and Landon Donovan were involved in 19 of them. And that's exactly why they brought in these target forwards, is to take a little of the pressure off of Keane and Donovan. Is RSL the exact team these guys were brought in to play against?
I think they're one of the teams. Them and Portland really gave the Galaxy fits late in the season, closing down those passing lanes that Keane and Donovan used to their advantage, and really never breaking their zonal defensive system. And if you can do that against smallish forwards who don't want to take the body, which is exactly what Donovan and Keane are, you can boss the game a little bit. That's how LA got beaten, really got manhandled by Portland a couple times, and how RSL took the advantage in that second leg of the playoffs. Now, when you have a guy like Rob Friend or Samuel out there, they're going to break the zonal scheme. You're going to have to put a body on them, whether it's from the run of play or especially from set pieces. And if you break the zonal scheme like that, then suddenly Keane has a little bit more time on the ball. Donovan has a little bit more freedom to make his run. Maybe he doesn't get bumped at the start of it. And when you get guys like that into the open field, they're almost impossible to contain.
So with Chris Schuler out for this one, who is going to be the body on this target forward?
It'll probably have to be Nat Borchers, and Nat Borchers is a good, strong, big veteran defender, and he will do a good job. But you always like to have that second guy who could be up for the fight and who could not just out-physical teams, but outsmart teams. Carlos Salcedo has a good future ahead of him, but I'm not sure he's there quite yet.
All right, well, we'll find out what impact the target forward does have on this one on Saturday. It kicks off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch it on MLS Live.